interested to see how these performances come through. And like you talked a little bit about earlier on, will Carlos swap over to the Omen? Not going to be this time around, sticking to the Phoenix. And Mixwell bringing in the Viper. Let's see how he makes it work. I'm excited to see this pan out.
Yeah, you've got David P on the Raze, Orb on the Cypher, no surprise there. Vitinho going to the Sage, and CREA on the Omen, also not surprised. Patitek on the Brim. Carlos, you mentioned it, on the Phoenix. Draken with the Sova. EC1S favoring the Sage, and then Bonkar going on that Cypher. As we kick things off here and get into our pistol round, it looks like it is going to be a B-side execute, and you've got heavy presence here from the defense. Look at this nice flash coming out. They completely blind everyone, but it doesn't really work out so well. Draken actually punishes, taking down two. A pistol swap for David P as the tripwire connects. The bomb buddy's going to come out. It's one or the other, but it doesn't detonate, despite the fact that it got dangerously close. Not going to be the case. Vitinho lands inside of a cyber cage, so has to be careful. Can't make their way into the site, or will give away that audible clue that someone's pushing.
Mixwell from behind. Going to try to do some damage, but it is going to be the 2v3. Makes it a 2v2. Still going to be the divide and conquer approach. One going to be coming in through labs. Vitinho finds himself in a gun battle, comes out on top over Bonkar, and it's all up to one final player. Down from the elbow, it is Patitek. Now Mixwell going to get that toxic screen up, fake over towards the defuse, and now plays the Tunican. Let's see who plays ring around the room. Is he better? It's going to be on the other side. Bonkar, sorry. Patitek gets taken down, and Mixwell wins the first round. First team.
Patitek may have been the MVP in the last map, but Mixwell is the MVP in the pistol round here, as Mixwell's squad barely survives the pistol round with a victory thanks to his 1v1 win. And it looks like they're going to invest heavily. You're going to see the SMGs come out. Potentially some pistol dropping over towards David P to allow him to save up some money for future rounds. Bonkar on the attacking side is actually going to go for that upgrade. And there's that one-way we were talking about. The one-way on top of the double box allows you to see the legs, and a toxic screen over towards showers as well to prevent anyone from being able to easily push their way into the A site.
They're already laying in wait. So far, Team Mixwell have to be feeling good about that first round, but of course, pistols, they can go either way. A good Omen smoke from across, either giving the information that he could be on A, he could be on B. The long range of it could be quite handy. That's going to be Mixwell with one. That's going to be two. The spray through the smoke is good. And now the one way to make matters worse here for Team Draken. David P as well. Going to find one through the smoke. And now it's just going to be two members left here for the offense.
Nice shooting from David P with the ghost to take care of Draken. It's down to one. It's the Cypher. And Bonkar, the substitute, filling in for Patitek, does get one with the Frenzy. But if anything, it was a frenzy for their opposition. Team Mixwell survived with 4, and they'll be moving into what should be a full buy round coming in from Draken. Let's take a look at the replay. It was Mixwell with that laser beam of a Spectre through the Omen smoke, finding 2. What are you supposed to do about that?
Yeah, 2-0 start here for Team Mixwell, but if anything is going to be how that previous map panned out, I expect Team Draken to come back swinging. And now they've got the weaponry to play, the weaponry to compete. Let's see how they execute now. Poised towards B site to start us off. It's going to be the Sova player off to the side, looking in through the showers, just gathering information, making sure that it's not a complete tell over towards B. Patitek tries to get a free fire spray. They'll back away. The paint shell is going to chip them down ever so slightly. Now they either reset with a minute left on the clock. Still maybe towards B, but there's options towards A.
I have the spike.
The attacking side looks like they are going to be moving that spike back. CREA gets aggressive. I love this double push. And now the spike is kind of stuck in a tough position. They decide to double back and try and support the B site. You've got one already pushed up inside garden. Oh no. They're not going to see it. Bonkar gets the backstab play onto 2. Orb is there for the trade, but that's a costly exchange for the defense. As it comes down to a 2-on-3, the spike's on the site, and Mixwell unfortunately has to run all the way through the wishbone and spawn. Vitinho going to have to wait for his teammate to get into a better position.
Yeah, Team Draken have to be feeling good about this one, but still, it's the Vitinho and Mixwell show. I mean, they don't really have the weaponry to tango here, but they can still put their dancing shoes on. EC1S will make sure that gets nipped in the bud quite early. Now all up to one final player. Coutinho gets taken down by Patitek. And now we'll see the economy kind of bounce around a little bit. Mixwell hopefully will have the economy to purchase some weaponry to at least keep up here with Team Draken. But around on the board to make things competitive.
The full buy coming out here, and there's that, again, that we expect to see that specific Viper Orb pretty much every single round, unless he decides to throw the one-way towards Showers, which lands on top of the arch. It's possible that maybe that even got patched. I'm not even sure at this point. But Mixwell, instead of laying down that toxic screen, decides to go for a bit of an angle hold and now wants to get aggressive into the Showers after not spending anything early. You've got that raise ult coming out. davidp actually gets one with the grenade. The rocket's going to deliver onto Draken as well. That's incredibly punishing. The spike now stuck inside U-Haul has to come out as the toxic venom coming out. The snake bite from the Viper lands directly under his feet. Somehow, Patitek still alive, but the only one left standing here for the attacking side of Team Draken, trying to sneak through the smokes and the slow orb that's down on the ground. But it's CREA who's waiting in heaven with the AK or the Vandal. It's a third round now for Mixwell as they continue to impress on the defense.
Yeah, doing a great job so far. I feel like this roster, you know, has a little bit of everything. Considering their past performances in either, you know, the Twitch Rivals event or G2 Brawl, a good mix of players, no pun intended on the Mixwell, but so far it's been working out for them. Great one-ways, of course, from the man himself, but they're off to a great start, and let's see how they can continue that momentum.
There's the flash to try to lead them in. Mixwell's waiting right around the corner. They don't spot him with the owl, despite the fact that the owl went in. It didn't anticipate this close play, so Mixwell actually able to convert, but only gets one. Slow orb coming down from Coutinho, who's up on top of the wall. The ult's coming out. The neural theft from the Cypher, spotting out this position of Coutinho, who now has to be careful. Drops off the wall. The spam could be coming through. But the spike is about to be planted. You can see Coutinho trying to spam through towards the site. Not going to spot anything. As soon as the smokes come down, Draken is there. But there was a kill in the meantime by way of davidp's grenades.
Run it back, going to be very telling for Carlos. Still 3 members strong, but it is now up to the 3v3. They'll make their way in through U-Haul, try to make their way out onto the site. They need to defuse that spike. Draken's waiting on the other side. 1-2 punch. Carlos to follow up with the uppercut. Seals the deal for the side of Team Draken. And they're saying, we're still in this, baby. 3-2. The rounds continue.
Look at Draken's hold here on the opposite side of the U-Haul. Despite the flash that came through, just makes quick work of Team Mixwell on the retake. We saw a close game in the last map, and it looks like we're going to see a close game here as well. You know, looking at our early series that we had planned for the day, I thought this would be a 3-map series. Just based on the talent coming in from both teams, I anticipated that we would make it all the way to that third map. Kind of curious to see if we do and what that third map might be, because we've already mentioned it. Will we see Ascent or will we see Split? Kind of curious. There's the dart coming in, landing directly in the Silva. The wide swing from CREA, who wanted to go for it. There's a refrag coming in from Orb, at least. But they do lose the Omen as the toxic wall comes in from Mixwell from Spawn to try and cut things off. This is exactly what we were talking about, that toxic screen coming in from Spawn, making it difficult to do anything here on the attack. Mixwell, though, gets a little too aggressive and gets punished as a result.
Yeah, I can't jump and gun. Still going to try to push through. For some reason, the curveball does not connect, and Orb will punish that push through from Carlos. Bonkar will refrag on his alter ego up to the 2v2 now. Spike yet to go down. 50 seconds left on the clock, but Team Draken still looking to get that job done. But it's going to be the pesky Mixwell team that'll try to push through, but it's Patitek. 2 beautiful kills, sealing the deal, tying us up 3-3. Talked about this being a 3-map series, and so far it is dead even. Mixwell can still close this out, but it's going to be a hard-fought battle against a really rockstar team.
Remember, we talked about the potential agent juggle that's going to have to occur with some of these teams as players have overlapping mains. EC1S, not typically a player I believe we've seen play Sage, usually favoring some of the more informational characters, but playing Cypher, playing Breach, playing Brim as well. So it's A little interesting. We'll see if that affects the performance at all from EC1S. As they go for the dart onto the A site, they look pretty dedicated to push up short. You've got CREA, who's in showers, but it's only a Marshall. Fatino on site with just a default pistol, the classic, trying to defend, not getting any help from the Omen, currently in the showers.
Oh.
And there's the wall bang coming through from Draken. They have to anticipate a second player is here, but no one has spotted the Omen just yet. Wow. There's the first shot from CREA directly to the dome. The retake coming in fast. Look at the pistol play coming out so far. It's a 3-on-2. They got the numbers advantage on the defense.
Yeah, this is either the soft buy or the pistol here for them. I saw Marshall in play, and they're still going to try to push through the Omen smoke. Around the corners, Orb. Carlos sent flying through the connector from mixwell, sealing the deal there, picking up a Phantom off the ground. And a thrifty round from mixwell. Gun after gun, play after play. They somehow, when odds were not in their favor, come out on top. And it's just great communication I'm going to assume from them. To just divide and conquer, push through the site, and now they've got a round lead back in their favor.
You've caused some of our audience to be torn here. They want Mixwell to win, but they also want you to shave your mustache.
Oof. I have caused the divide. I've caused the divide.
Look
but
what
you
you've
know,
done.
Maybe Mixwell should have been on Carlos's team. Maybe that should have been it.
Yeah, blame Mixwell. That'll go
Yeah.
over well. Mixwell with the first shot onto Draken, getting aggressive with the operator in the showers. The man we were just talking about, Carlos, now sneaking in, trying to punish the recent sign. Nice shot from Carlos. Ocelote delivers a one-tap to Mixwell. The flame wall coming down to get him out onto the site. Fitino, though, quickly punishes the push. So despite that really strong shot coming out, Mixwell will also be brought back into play. Instantly taken down, though, by Bonkar on the aggressive play. The neural threat as well coming in to spot out the remaining players. They know that Omen is here alone. And as I say that, CREA goes down. So the site's been lost, and the retake is now underway here from the two remaining players, the Raze and the Cypher.
That's gotta feel rough. Gets caught by two waves of the recon bolt there. They know exactly where he is. Gonna try to push in through the smoke, but it's EC1S. Business as usual at the office. Team Draken puts another one on the board. This type of rocky back and forth, when it comes to the economy, it can absolutely hurt. Considering the loser only wins about like 1,500 or so, it's just not going to be a great spot for whoever's on the losing end back and forth. Bonkar, though, the hero play, I think that's what really won the round there, catching Team Mixwell their pants down.
I just want a replay slowed down of Cypher saying, "Where is everyone hiding?" Because we caught it on the tail end of that replay, and it sounds amazing. Like that down-tuned Cypher, "Where is everyone hiding?" voice quip.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
A bit of an interesting round coming out here. Raze is still in spawn. So I'm not sure what's happening over on the side of Team Mixwell, but no pause has been called. So they're going to play it through, despite the fact that maybe a technical issue could have occurred. It does make things interesting, though, as they're starting to lopside the defense over towards B, rotating the Viper into that position. You've got the toxic screen coming out from Mixwell. The Sage locking down A solo. They do have at least some guns purchased here, with CREA favoring the Guardian, a gun we don't see too often in competitive play. Unfortunately, the dart directly into his belly from the Owl going to make things a little bit harder. There's the wall going up. CREA's going to paranoia out as much as possible. But CREA's alone on the site now, needs help, needs support from the Sage. Stuck behind that cyber cage, can't do much. Only fires one bullet out of that Guardian that was purchased. davidp, the one that is currently sitting in spawn, stagnant as the round falls flat here for Team Mixwell.
I have a feeling that, you know, regardless of the round at hand, of course, davidp could have helped out. Maybe using the Raze utility could have made things a little bit more competitive or a little bit more, you know, consistent for the side of Team Mixwell when it comes to rotations between either sites. But at the end of the day, an eco's an eco, you know, and for the side of Team Mixwell, they can at least go into that following round with weaponry that they can compete with Team Draken. But considering how close this first half is, when we get to that second, it's either going to be a complete blowout from one team or the other, or it's going to be just as even and just as competitive. We saw at one point when we were getting updates from production, it was 11-9. Or something even less. I don't exactly recall, but I think it was like 11-7 at some point. At 10-5, that is, you know, a great comeback from I believe it was Team Draken that tried to come back, but we'll see how the rest of these rounds start to pan out. I do believe David P is still not back.
He's
So we'll
disconnected.
see. Yeah.
Well, they're just going to continue on here. The buy does come in from Team Mixwell. We don't see the op purchased by Mixwell. It's actually going to be Orb who's carrying that. So the sniper rifle going to be over on the B side. Early on, went for that peek towards long B. Here comes the ult coming out, the Hunter's Fury. You know Mixwell wants to get aggressive and punish this. Potentially will take down Draken, but with the damage dealt by, or Bonkar, excuse me, but with the damage dealt by Bonkar, Draken only needs to hit one shot on the ult. Mixwell was down on 10 HP. Patino, they know he's here. They know he's on site. They just got to find him. Fires one bullet out of the Vandal. And that's it. Site's been lost. It's been compromised. David P is back, so we've got ourselves a 3-on-4, but David P does have the default classic pistol trying to come in from heaven.
So wait. Oh, David P is back. Hopefully he can make some action happen. Of course, he wasn't able to buy a gun. Draken with the 4K on the round. Unfortunately, not going to be a round that Team Mixwell were able to fight through. They don't really have the greatest economy either. David P buys an operator for Mixwell. Now they'll scrounge out the pennies and dimes that they have remaining. Get some weaponry. Does not look like the greatest of buys. Some light armor, some heavy armor, a couple of Vandals and Phantoms, but not really all across the board. So we'll see how they're able to combat that, try to fight through the round at hand. But now that David P is back, they can at least continue to try to get those rounds back on.
Paranoia coming out from CREA to get aggressive. Patitek punishes that as his teammate falls as well to the op of Mixwell. We've seen Mixwell get aggressive with that op early on in the showers before. Again, using it to punish the attacking side of Team Draken. The snake bite coming down from Mixwell over towards long. A counter orb coming out as well. The orbital strike over on the site. You've got CREA inside Hookah, can't get much going. Orb trying to play on the opposite side. The Cyber Cage goes inside of it, tries to punish the Sage as well. Unfortunately, just wasn't prepared for that second player in the position he was in. So it will be a 2-on-2. You've got Mixwell still here with the op, but the wall goes up and a res likely incoming. No. We'll see a back off here from the attack as EC1S is heading over towards short. And we'll probably see the res come in over there onto the operator. Yeah, Carlos brought back into the fold with the op.
You could do that too.
30 seconds left on the clock, so they need to execute as soon as possible. They'll start the funnel in through towards B short and eventually towards B Mixwell, waiting on the other side with an operator. Looking to get into position, but little does he know they're not down long. They will be pushing in aggressively with the run it back in through Hookah. The flash as well, gonna leave Mixwell. Misses the first shot onto the run it back. Does end up with a kill onto EC1S. And now they'll get that spike down. Bonkar gonna make sure it gets planted right on that B side now. All down to Fatino in the 1v2. Still making his way shortly. The shot here onto Carlos. Now the 1v1, very doable for him. Has the heal available and can get back up to full if he'd like to. We'll decide to end up doing that. Now up to him versus Bonkar. Bonkar hiding in wood. Step's gonna come through, looking for that pump fake. Hides behind the blocks. Great positioning from Bonkar. Headshot seals the deal. And another round back on the board here for Team Draken. A great start for them in this first half.
Started out nicely in there, the retake there with the quick shots onto Carlos over in Hookah, but Fatino just couldn't spot out that last player. They knew he was there because of the run it back when they came through from Hookah, so they had an understanding that he would be playing deep inside Hookah, which was a good read. Mixwell able to bring that op back into play, so we will still see the op played out here. And Mixwell actually staying over towards B early on. So Mixwell has juggled positions a few times. It looks like we might see some aggression over on short as you have two players pushing in. Patino goes for that first push. There's the rocket in from David P as well. Nice start to the round from Team Mixwell. Good response with the early aggression.
Yeah, considering this is the last round in play of the half, they can at least get one round on the board in the 7-5 half, especially losing David P for a few. Has to be a good, momentum swing back into their favor, and looking towards that second half is probably what they're doing now. Considering it's up to the 3v5, still very doable here for the side of Team Draken. We've seen them do it before, but a tall task nonetheless. They're going to be looking to get that spike on towards A, but mixwell with the op sees the spy cam go up, knows that something's fishy, and now with that A plant, the rest of the team have to answer back.
The missed shot, missed opportunity there results in the defense being clumped up back behind this wall. The smoke coming out from the Omen, the dark cover towards short. Again, Mixwell is just jiggle peeking right now, looking to spot these players. A hole has been blown in the wall. Nice shock darts coming out from the Sova, but at this point, they're already out too far. Recon dart going to go high in the sky. Does at least get one pulse out. EC1S able to pick up one. Draken is there with the trade. Good peeks coming out right now from Team Draken. It's come down to two. The ult, the neural theft, spotting out the final positions. It's all down to Mixwell. The ult's going to be popped by the Viper, pulling off the spike. Can't win at this point. Draken will find the final kill. 8-4. Team Draken taking the first half over Team Mixwell.
You know, I was already ready to throw my hands up and say, all right, 7-5, let's move on to that second. But Team Draken on that divide and conquer lifestyle, just making sure that no one's going to get messed up in the cross, and they do so beautifully. One behind the box, obviously, two hovering around U-Haul, and a great defense to what seems like an open area on that A site. They were able to find cover where cover should not be found. Draken leading that charge alongside Bonkar and EC1S, finding that last and final round. But still, Mixwell can turn things back around in this second half. We'll see how Mixwell specifically will use Viper on offense, because I feel like that is one thing that can be very difficult to execute with.
Here comes the potential aggressive play. Nice deep dart, spotting out one. They're not necessarily prepared for the other. Right around the corner, it doesn't matter. Carlos able to find both with the ghost. Carlos going to go for the self-heal, stepping in his hot hands as well. Make it 3 on the round for Carlos. You know my man wants the ace. One more right around the corner. Might be able to best him. He's got the angle. Possibly. Maybe. Mixwell going to go down as well. Let's stay with Carlos. Let's see if he mops it up. The last one standing is going to be davidp. They've called it out as the bomb buddy comes in. Draken denies, but a fantastic pistol round to play coming out from Ocelot.
I already know chat's going to meme that, you know, to the nines.
He's going to meme it.
Yeah.
He's going to be clipping it and putting it on Twitter and tagging Mixwell.
Yeah, he's going to say, hey, why am I not on G2? Why? Are we sure we want Mixwell? Are we sure about that? But still, have to really commend over to Carlos. Let's have a look at that replay. One starts to funnel in down long. He's already got 3 kills at this point, and at the end of the day, it's a good old-fashioned Western showdown. Pistol, mano-a-mano, down long. Carlos comes out on top, and you can already know he's shout into his team. Beautiful recon bolt camera just to see how and where it decides to land. Looking out towards who is in B short. Going to spot out one. Gives information for Team Draken. They'll funnel in through hookah. 3 kills already. Mixwell just down to 2.
I love recon dart meta. Watching stuff like that is always so fun. CREA does port into the backside of sight, thinking maybe I can get them off guard, catch them with their pants down a bit. Not going to happen. Draken's prepared for it. Here's that second port after porting initially inside the smoke on top of Tunican. Team Mixwell going to be buying up here. No op going to be available for Mixwell as they just don't have the cash. However, Carlos is going to be carrying the scoped rifle on the opposite side. Actually decides, never mind. He goes back down. He's going to be juggling between guns. We'll see what he actually ends up using, because he's picked up a Guardian here. After initially buying the op, then decides to buy the Vandal, now buys the Guardian.
Yeah, I think I've seen him use it a couple of times before in the previous G2 European Brawl. I think he favored the Guardian, just how satisfying it can hit with the crunch, but it's also a little bit more cost efficient if that's what he prefers compared to the Phantom or the Vandal. Going to be still looking towards
Look at this
long.
cam.
Not going to find anyone there just quite yet, but still Mixwell. They're poking and prodding, using the utility to try to push through, and now they'll start to funnel in.
I love that cam there from Bonkar. Gets so much information without spotting it out. Never fires a dart. Doesn't need to. Has everything he needs just based on the cam. Bonkar still alive here inside the can. It's a 2-on-3. The attacking side trying to make their way out. Now Orb's got one in the belly, but somehow still alive. Somehow this works, despite the fact that they were low on HP. Team Mixwell get their way back into the site, find themselves a 5th round. It seems like it shouldn't have happened. They had all that intel coming in from Bonkar's camera, spotting out all the positions. Even with the dart in his belly, Orb still able to survive a little while longer. Looking at the scoreboard, Draken currently 17-9. Mixwell, 14-13. Not exactly the performance we expect from him, but there's still plenty of time to pick it up.
You also have to remember that there were a couple of rounds that may really hurt them in the long run here when it comes to davidp disconnecting for a very short time. Unfortunate technical issues, and there's not really a whole lot that I feel like you can do about them, especially early days in this game. A lot of quality of life changes still on the way. So really appreciate everyone bearing with us throughout this tournament so far. Starting us off already, it's Mixwell again looking towards B. A really aggressive push, finds himself standing through the smoke. Patitek, 2 quick kills before Fatinho takes him down. But now the 3v4. Let's see how Mixwell reacts.
Carlos over on long, waiting for the push to come through. Again, here's that camera position from Bonkar. Really just looking at them, watching them make their moves. Just waiting to see what's going to happen. Mixwell, the first one to go out. There's the spike spot as well. So the Sage on the site. Look at this, though. Carlos, patient on long, able to catch davidp. Carlos finds another. It's all down to Mixwell here. He's going to have to clutch things out big time in a 1-on-4, and it just seems unlikely. The spike's been lost, and it's in no man's land territory he should not step into. Mixwell will at least get the first as EC1S will come out from spawn. But the patience right now from the defense, they respect Mixwell so much. The dart in his side, the tripwire goes down as well. The owl goes inside the can and sees Mixwell going for it. Will remove the dart and try and get the spike planted. But there's the peek from Draken. Even with the Marshall, it's going to be an 11th round for Team Draken.
Not much you can do there, I feel like, in that scenario. You're caught between a rock and a hard place, specifically stuck in a tuna can. And unfortunately, Team Draken just had the numbers advantage. If you're Mixwell, you go down fighting there, and you know the respect from the team was definitely on the from the side of Team Draken. Carlos with an early frag, gonna find 2 there on the replay, but Mixwell able to answer back as well as get some revenge. You see Carlos peeking out from long, headshot seals the deal.
The attacking side now starting to move up long towards the B site. Looks like they're going to try and get in as fast as they possibly can. They throw the Omen smoke down inside hookah. davidp going to pick up the kill onto EC1S with just pistols. They're managing to make decent work here. Bonkar getting scared out of position as well. They've still got Carlos, who's currently inside hookah, who can backstab on the play as the smoke fades. There's the ult coming in, the orbital strike, and it's going to be Patitek, who not only gets 1 with the orbital strike, but will also respond with the rifle in kind. So now you're down to just 1. It's going to be CREA, backside sight with a ghost. Catches Patitek off guard just a bit. Ocelote trying to take that duel, doesn't necessarily come up with the early damage. Goes top box! Got a little scary there as it came down to just Draken. It's a costly round, but it doesn't matter. Number 12 is on the board. Draken just 1 away from closing out map number 2 and forcing us to map number 3.
Yeah, and at that point, it could be anybody's hands, because Split or Ascent, very volatile maps, and can really swing one way or the next, depending on the players playing them, of course. And if it is going to be Ascent, I'm wondering if Mixwell will be the one that picks up the Viper once again. But we'll have to see once we get to those crossroads. So far, the match at hand going to be the full buy for both these teams. Unfortunately, Carlos not able to join his friends. Has to buy the Spectre for himself, but the rest of the team here from Team Draken looking to close things out here to move on to that map number 3. But Mixwell, they're hungry. The hyenas want to be fed, and they're looking towards it.
Orb's going to go down. It's poor timing there from EC1S. Excuse me. Draken also not able to get that shot down in time, so a lot of pressure on Patitek, who's currently inside showers, excuse me. Spots 1 towards heaven, but only does scratching damage through the edge of the wall. Bonkar coming in through the flank. Patitek able to take down CREA at least. As the rest of the team starts to work their way in, there is a backstab right now from Mixwell. Carlos, though, able to find 2. Mixwell has to strike onto Patitek, but it's the push from short that's proven to be a bit difficult to handle. The toxic screen's going to come in. davidp peeks, but goes down. Doesn't actually end up winning that duel. Both players low on HP. That Venom might just be enough, and it is. Yeah, you can see The second it lands, you've got 3 HP on Bonkar. Can't do anything. No way they're going to go ahead and win this one. Decides to save the gun. Good play from Mixwell in the end.
Yeah, great presence of mind as well to get that lurking play in through showers and denies the push from the Brimstone, which I feel like could have been deadly if Mixwell had not cleaned it up, especially if he was positioned in the post plant somewhere, you know, back near defender spawn. I feel like that was Team Draken's round to win there, but Snake Bite gets the job done. Super slow-mo for you in the replay. Now keeping their dream alive, it is Team Mixwell. Another round on the board for them. I believe Team Draken do not really have the economy. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay, a couple of Phantoms and some weaponry coming through, but can't be too great because Team Mixwell they're coming knocking.
Plenty of opportunities for Team Draken to close things out. The Bomb Buddy going to spot out the position there as they try to make their way through. It's actually Draken with just a ghost. Somehow Bonkar dodges that one. Draken able to pick up another one, but an aggression coming in from Bonkar costs them a life they maybe didn't need to lose. Just not anticipating a player being in that corner. Snakebite does go down. Satchel's inside of it. Draken's right on the other side trying to dodge the nade that comes through as well. The Owl Drone going to fly into the site to try and spot out player positions. Patitek dives through the toxic screen. 2 shots to the side of CREA, but not enough to finish him off. No heal will be available, though, as the Sage is currently watching from the sidelines. Good pistol work coming out, and it's brought it all down to Mixwell. Yet again, a 2-on-1. Mixwell has to be the hero, and Mixwell with the bold play, able to sneak their way into spawn, and now running all the way over towards the B site for the plant.
Yeah, the connector play here from Team Draken. It'll be Draken himself that is looking to answer. The shots are going to come through. Will it be the headshot? So far, not yet. ADS coming into play as well, but that spike needs to be forced to make the issue that much more difficult. The spike will go down. Viper spit as well to make things more difficult, but that means Team Draken, they have to push through and make sure they get aggressive. But now, Viper spits in full swing. It's Mixwell with one up to Mixwell versus Carlos. Who will come out on top? Carlos on the tuna can, jumps into the Jello. And now it's all up to him, the 1v1. Mixwell has no idea where Carlos is hiding, and they still have yet to be 1 HP in a dream. The shots come through, and it's Carlos, baby! He'll get the defuse, and we're going to map number 3.
Oh,
and
a couple of extra dunks!
Let's go, Carlos. Let's go.
You gotta love it. Carlos comes in at the end against his own team's player.